Hello everyone, and welcome to another magical Let's Play starring yours truly. Today, we will be playing the Magical Quest starring the talented Mr. Mickey Mouse. This is a great Disney game, one of my favorites. There's a lot of good ones. Disney had quite a few games that were incredibly fun and well done. And this one is no exception. So, here we see the gang tossing the old baseball, and apparently it's really hard to play catch because Mickey can't even catch that soft little ball that Goofy tossed to him. And of course, our dear Pluto runs off to try and fetch it, and apparently goes tumbling off a cliff, which Mickey also did not see. Way to go, Mickey. You are the man. So we are going to go ahead and track down Pluto as best we can against all the evil dark forces of this magical land. So this first level is relatively easy, obviously, as you'd expect. Well, the whole game's pretty easy. It's not too bad. Certain parts are a little tricky, but you more or less have your standard opening level here that lets you get used to everything. We get to go talk to the creepy, goofy-looking wizard here. Kind of dopey looking, actually. Kind of almost reminds me of Geppetto from Pinocchio, with the mustache there and the droopy eyes. Do not attempt to rescue your dog. Save yourself. Well, we can't just leave poor Pluto. Alright. Oh yeah, Emperor Pete. The dastardly Emperor Pete. They even give him a scary name. Pete. I'd love to know who wrote that one. Gosh, thanks, so long. Haha. Oh, and he's gonna scatter boxes throughout the land. That will be very helpful. I'm confused as to why he can't just give us these magical items now. So we have them on our quest. Why does he have to scatter them? I'm a little confused. Alright, so first you want to come over here and get this tomato, and then of course I get stuck. That's terrific. Alright, I have to do it again. Oh, get out of my way. Oh, get. Alright, so we can try that again here. Come up on top of the roof here for the first secret area. Brings us in here for a couple of... Okay, really? I can't fall through there? For real? Okay, great. Just go around here. Nothing too special in here. A couple of birds that are gonna drop us some coins and apples, which do absolutely nothing other than give points. Which, you know, back in the day when people actually paid attention or cared about points, that might have been kind of... God, get out of my way! Jeez, those guys. Alright, then you just want to make sure you hit all these gold blocks to get all your coins. Definitely want as many coins as you can get. There's shops throughout the game to buy power-ups, life, and extra items to make your journey a little easier. just move through. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. Alright, we'll go back and grab another one here. Walk back here so it respawns. Grab another one. Oh my god, and then I dropped it because he got in my way. For heaven's sake. Alright, then we'll just... Oh, great, that was awesome. Right through the cloud. I rule. And then, of course, you got to start back at the beginning of the level, which isn't a big deal. It's not like it's a long ways, but it's a little annoying. At least you can speed through here and you don't have to talk to the wizard again. That's one thing the game got right. Some games back then would make you go through all the dialogue again, which that's just irritating as hell. And on the plus side of dying, you get to go back through and the coins respawn, so that'll add a little extra fluff to your wallet when you get to a store. And I can't even remember where all the stores are. I only remember where a couple are, but that's all you really need. Alright, let's just go... Oh, and then it ran out! Ah, I forgot they run out and pop. Which would make sense, so you don't just float off the screen. Totally forgot. Alright, there we go. Just bring up this way here for what I believe is more... Oh, it's coins. I thought it was fruit for some reason. Even better, and totally worth it. Alright, and then here we have our first health power-up, which gives us an additional heart. Those are scattered through the game. You want to get as many of those as you can. It's definitely advantageous to have as many hearts as you can, even though the game's... Oh, right down under the spikes. Totally missed that. And the levels are all pretty short. There is a few of them that are... You can fly through in like 10 seconds. They're surprisingly short. Alright, well, I guess we're getting on the tomato. Whoops! And then I missed it. And... Oh! Come back, tomato! Alright. Let's see if we can... Oh, and then I can't even get up there. Alright, well, we'll just go to the next one here. Try and get a few of these here. Usually it's only for a couple of coins. There, I didn't even get anything. Oh, and then they just gotta throw a bee in here, just to be a pain in the butt. Ride down this one. You want to try and hang on to this one so you can catapult up onto here. I made it. Oh, I almost fell off. And up onto the treetops here, there's your first shop up in here. As well as some fruit. Don't forget extra points. Alright, now I'm not even sure I understand this. Why is everything sold out? What the hell is the damn point of even stopping at the shop if it's all going to be sold out? I've got money. I could have bought stuff. Well, I suppose my health is full, so it wouldn't let me buy health or anything. Goofy. This guy's pretty easy if I was paying attention here. Basic pattern, floats back and forth, and then he occasionally sticks to the treetops and throws guys down on ya. If you can get him in a pattern loop, you can usually get him to keep flying around you like this, but I am just sucking it up here and apparently can't avoid him no matter what I do. Jeez. Alright, get back over here. Alright, there's one. Alright, now he's gonna stop and throw guys down on me. Well, which usually is not a problem, but I just hosed that all up. That's alright though, because you can promptly try again pretty quick. Usually it starts you at the actual boss a lot of times, but in this case it looks like it's making me go all the way to the beginning of the level. Oh, and then I fell again. Jeez. It is just not my day here. I just get done saying that the game's pretty simple. And I just can't, oh, missed it there. Not like it really matters. Since we couldn't do anything. Alright. Let's see if we can do this a little better this time. It's pretty simple if you're paying attention. That. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, I mean, he's fairly simple if you're not being a bonehead like I was that first time. Alright, so then moving right along, he's not even at the final end of the stage. He's kind of like a mini-boss. Nothing down there. I just have the dangest time hanging on to those cables sometimes. I end up dropping them. Alright. Bounce off the frogs there. Not too terribly of a hard time. Let's see. Coins here. This guy is pretty easy. He's actually probably easier than the first boss. First boss really isn't hard, but I just played it like a bonehead there. This guy's pretty quick if you keep grabbing these blocks and smacking him in the face. You can bounce on his head too, but... Whoops, now I'm stuck behind him. Great. Get out of here. Ah, then he starts bouncing though, and you really gotta move. Get out of the way as fast as you can. Yeah, God, see, I took him down easier than the first guy. You just keep throwing bricks at him, he goes down. Good job, Mickey. Oh, he's so proud of himself. Yay! Yay, Mickey, good job. Alright, moving along here. And it's not a very big game. There's, what, 6 worlds, and I think 4 sections to each world. And a lot of sections are extremely short. Well, the dark forest creeps me out. It's not quite as dark as one might expect, either. Which is kind of odd. You think they'd have it set at nighttime in this opening stage. Hi, you wizard! We're gonna get our first power-up here. The turbine. Speed through this a little bit here. Which, I don't even know why they technically call it just a turbine. It's more like a whole magician's outfit, but... I suppose it is a turbine after all. Use it wisely and be careful. There it is. Kind of looks like pajamas. Alright, and we'll go ahead and move forward here. Remember how I want to do this? Whoops. I'm just not being very careful today. Oh, and then I hit the spikes. Way to go. We got this little secret area down here. Nothing too special. Just an extra heart to extend our life to 5. Want to make sure you don't miss that one. And then it's going to drop us out here. The animation in this is really good too. I love the way everything moves. Oh, and those fish will kill you in one bite, which I did not realize the very first time I played that, but if you get too close to them, they will jump right up and swallow you, instant death. Which is a great reason to stay away from them. Oops, almost fell there. Get these archers out of the way, are just extremely annoying. And I absolutely hate this part. I always seem to screw up these falling leaves, no matter how careful I am. Oh boy. See if I can get over without falling? Okay. Alright, not too bad. I swear I always fall there on my first time through. And swimming levels, which I usually cannot stand, but this one isn't too bad. The control's really good, and everything moves nice. It's not so terrible. Gives me flashbacks to the Ninja Turtles on the Nintendo, which was absolutely abysmal in the swimming levels. Clunky controls and awful hit detection. Whoops! Got a little too close to him. Speed right through here. And we will already be at the boss, so it's pretty short if you can speed right through. This guy's fairly easy too if you just charge up your magical shot here. It only takes, I think, maybe 4 or 5 hits. Maybe 5. No, what was that, 5? He's probably one of the easiest ones. This part's really not hard, but I always get the timing down. I usually get smacked by... Whoop! There, I almost got hit there. Almost always get smacked by one of these guys, especially this part, because they move so quick. Like this one. Yep. Oh, there, see? Got me. Whoops! Oh my gosh, that almost knocked me right off. Ooh, I just forgot here. This boss is not terribly tough either if you can hit him right. I've only got 1 heart left though here. So that is not gonna bode well for me. He doesn't take too many here. You can just hit his face and keep bouncing. Oh, but then he turned and I hit the side of him. Oh, poor Mickey. Well, of course Pluto still needs our help. We have to rescue him. We'll just fly right through this here. Get rocking again. But we'll be regular Mickey here for the time being. We don't really need Turban Mickey at the moment. Now, of course, I need him right here, so I'm not really sure. I felt like I had farther to go. That one starts you right there. So here, if you can get a few charge shots off at him, One more there, and then just bounce on his face right here. Knock him out pretty quick here. That'll only take a couple more hits here. There he is. Yeah, he's a quick one, too. These bosses seem really easy, but of course, as a kid, it's a little bit harder to figure out, and not always as easy when you're like 10 playing this thing. Alright, good job, Mick. You're the man, Mickey. Woo! Alright. Now we gotta move through here and have the obligatory elevator stage that every late 80s and 90s Super Nintendo and Genesis game had to have. Just an excuse to extend a level longer with minimal effort here. Let's just put him on an elevator for a 5-minute segment. Although this one really isn't that bad, it's only like a minute. My Streets of Rage playthrough that I did was a little more obnoxious near the end of the game when you have to go up an elevator for a good 5 minutes and refight a bunch of bosses. That one's a little more ridiculous. This one's not that bad when you take other games into consideration. Whoops. Alright. Get out of the way here so we don't get squished. Alright, and then this brings us right to a boss fairly quickly. I mean, that's hardly even consider that the segment of a level, but it is. It's another guy that's pretty easy with a few charged magic shots. Just don't get in the way of his hammer shooting you up into the spikes. Yeah, there, he's down. 5 hits, I think that was. And then we move right through here. And the fire suit, that's probably one of my favorite special items here. I mean, you can attack with it, put out anything that's on fire, push blocks with it. It's good in the ice level for freezing ice and making platforms to jump on. It's probably one of the most handy all-around items. Just make our way through here. Lots of coins you don't want to miss. These moving platforms, they're never right where I want them. There's an extra life down below, but it really doesn't make any sense to collect extra lives in this game because there's unlimited continues anyway, so I don't know why they even put extra lives in here. Now, if they had limited the continues a little bit, that might have made more sense. And I can't remember off the top of my head if you can change the difficulty when you start the game in the options. And I suppose if you can bump the difficulty up, maybe it takes the continues away, in which case the extra lives would be beneficial, but I don't recall if you can change the difficulty or not off the top of my head. Alright, we'll go ahead and get these guys out of the way. Push that guy over there, that way you can go down below. Get all the, see, I screwed this up. I pushed all these guys too close together. Now I'm gonna get, now I'm stuck. Come on. I'm literally missing every time I shoot. Ah. Yeah, I screwed that up by pushing all those bricks too close together. That was not what I wanted to do. Definitely not. Alright, so let's get all these, look at that, and then and then I blocked it in. And I blocked it in. Alright, we don't want to push this guy that far this time. Just push that one. Then we ride this down. Oh, and then I still get squished because I'm not... Yeah, I gotta be the magician here to blast this away. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. A lot of coins you don't want to be missing for the shop. See if I can make my way out of here without getting squished again. Alright, that's a little better. I'm a little more impressed with my performance on that one. This fire here, just a nuisance. Just a gall-dang nuisance. Yep, I was gonna say, I can definitely go down below here, so... Get the turbine on so I can breathe. And we've got another heart power up there. So that's not bad. I've got 6 hearts now. That's pretty good. I mean, there's more, obviously, but... Whoops. You get 5 or 6 hearts, you're pretty set. Now here... We gotta use the hose here to push these blocks carefully. Then I went and pushed that bottom one too far. Get that. This is an extra life, but as long as I'm standing here, I'll get it. Whoops, pushed that one too far too. Son of a gun. Alright, and then if we can carefully make our way over here... I shouldn't have pushed that bottom one. That's alright, I can still get up there. Oh. Just doing everything the hard way here today. Alright. So I should be close to the half-price double power turbine. Oh, I need 300. I'm a little short. So, I think if we go out here, we can respawn these bricks and collect enough till we get 300. And just keep going back through. Since I'm almost there. Alright. Oh my god! Why? I just jumped there like an idiot and bought the fire hydrant. I just spent 20, so now I'm short again. Oh my gosh, now I gotta go through here like 5 more times. What a dummy. We might have to speed this part up here just so everyone doesn't have to watch me go through 6 more times. What a stupid idea. Why did I jump like that? Force a habit just to jump everywhere I go. Alright. We're almost there here. Alright. One more time ought to do it. Oh my gosh, it trolled me with only 4 coins and brought me to 299, so I gotta go through one more time. Alright, there we are. Now we can buy the turbine. I do like the fire extinguisher, but I definitely use the turbine a lot more for bosses. So that'll give us double magic points on the turbine, or well, reduce the cost of casting spells by half. So it lasts much longer, which is very helpful. Bring this down here. These stupid fire bats, and of course he won't come down low enough. Alright, this boss is quite easy with the fire extinguisher because all you gotta do is lay it on there. And thanks to the wonderful slowdown of the Super Nintendo when you're doing all this, it can't keep up. So it'd probably be a little harder if the platforms move faster, but once you lay the fire on, or once you lay the water on, everything slows down because the Super Nintendo can't keep up. I am playing this on a Super Nintendo right now through a Framemeister, so I'm playing on actual hardware, which, I mean, I suppose that doesn't really matter because even emulation would have slowdown. Whoops! Get off the fire there. God, I feel like he's taking a lot longer to kill here than he usually does. Come on, die! Everything's slowing down though, nice for us there. Yeah, you can see it just start to stutter. It just can't keep up. That would never happen on the Genesis because it has blast processing. Come on, die! I can't believe how long it's taking. Oh. I don't feel like it usually takes this long. Look at how serious Mickey looks when he shoots his fire hose. Look at him. Look at how angry he looks. Alright, come on and die. Fill all of our water back up, though. There, finally. You little stinker. You little stinker. Alright. Salute, Mickey. Good job on the fire grotto. And we will move right along to Pete's Mountain, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry, Pete's Peak. He's so evil, they named a mountain after him. I'd love to know where Goofy ran off to for the last how long. I don't know where he got this Peter Pan outfit from. Where did he come across that? Or I'm sorry, these snazzy climbing breeches. Which is clearly Peter Pan. This level, this whole world is pretty short, but I am still rusty with this grappling hook. I have never been that great with it. I always end up hosing something up and falling off a cliff. Never fails. Whoops. Oh, see? Just like that. Wow, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I hit down on the directional. Sometimes I get so flustered when I'm jumping across, like, ravines and stuff that I end up... But again, you can recollect all the gold coins, so it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Alright. Alright. can move right along. This part is my biggest problem. I, for the life of me, cannot... Oh, see, I missed! I can't ever aim that grappling hook in the right spot. I always end up missing. Or I swing off of it goofy and, like, end up falling. Alright, get out of my way, you pests. Beat it. See if I can... go through this a little more gingerly. Most of these guys, I mean, these guys aren't hard. They're just nuisances there to slow you down. Alright, let me see if I can do this time here correctly. Okay, there. Yeah, I either end up missing when I shoot the grappling hook out, or I have this habit of pushing up on the D-pad, and then Mickey tries to climb up to the rock, and then you end up falling off. Doesn't matter what I do, I end up doing one or the other, like a bonehead usually. Alright. Get out of my way. I got the grappling hook shooting 900 different directions and end up grabbing onto enemies and throwing bricks every which way, and can't tell what I'm doing. I usually screw up here too and fall on the spikes. Let's see if I can get up there in one shot. Oh wow, I actually did it. Oh my god! And then I jumped like an idiot and didn't wait for the wind. Oh, stupid. Ah, well, I knew I wasn't going to get through without some deaths, so I guess it was to be expected. Not the end of the world, but a little disappointing. Alright, Pete's Peak. See how fast I can zip through this. Oh my god, I just did it again! Actually, I got a little too close and sort of walked off. I didn't mean to. Got impatient. That is what happens when you get impatient. Oh, or get smacked by everything. Alright, get out of my way. Alright, there. Yeah, see, now when you pay attention and actually take your time, look at how fast you can zip right through. Again, this boss is pretty easy if you know what to look for when he comes swooping in. You have to be hanging on to the grapple points there so you don't get blown off the... Oh, I gotta change! I gotta change! Ah! That was complete garbage. Yeah, you gotta be ready to change into Robin Hood Peter Pan here. So you can hang on when it comes flying through. Then you gotta be quick on the draw to switch right away so you can shoot. This bird only takes... Yeah, see, you just gotta be ready to change. Oh, there. There we go. Get back. Few chart... Oh, these stupid birds, though. Oh, and then when I do change, the bird decides not to swoop in. It's my luck. Yeah, she dies pretty fast though too. That was only 4 or 5 hits. I think most of them are 4 or 5 charged shots to take care of them there. Good job! You beat Pete's Peak, Mickey. You're my hero. Alright, moving along to the snow mountain here, which the name escapes me at the moment. What is it here? Snowy Valley. How original and well thought out. I do really like this level a lot, though. I like the Starry Night background, and the music is great, and just the overall tone of it. This is probably my favorite level. I do like the Fire Grotto, but this is a very calm level, and then you can use the fire extinguisher here to make little frozen ledges to climb up on. These guys are annoying as hell, though. Constantly popping up and getting in your way. Okay, yeah, I can't even get up there. Oh, yeah, I gotta go this way. Let's see what we've got up here. Whoa! Oh, it's an extra life that I don't even care about. Oh, see, I wanted to get up there now. Oh, go back. Yay, more fruit! That doesn't do much for me either, but I guess I'll take the points. And it's not like you even get an option to put in your name and save scores or anything, so unless you want to keep a sheet of paper with the game and constantly write down your high scores. Alright, yeah, these are all fairly quick areas too if you... Oh, I gotta run across here so I don't fall. Last time I played this, I just walked right off and was like, what happened? Yeah, you need to run. Alright. Oops. Oh, no! Wait! Ah! I made it. See, that's a really quick area. Look at how fast I went from one side to the other. And then, yeah, you're already at the boss here, so that's... It's funny, as a kid, these levels all seemed a lot longer, and it all seemed a lot harder to get to the end. But... levels really are not that long. And this guy just ends up going, oh, I should be able to get out of the way of his snowballs, but... well, that's all it took. Yeah, things are a lot easier than I remember them being. But I think every game you play when you're older seemed harder as a kid. Alright, moving along to Emperor Pete's Castle. We're already there, that's not too bad. Oh, it sure is dark. Maybe this isn't the Emperor's castle after all. Oh, it is. You're not getting out of there that easy, Mickey. You're not getting out of there that easy. We are going in. All right. And we'll just come through this way. The music gets awfully serious here, too. It's no joke. Oh, lots of fruit again. We needs the fruit. Oh, and these guys with their shields just drive me insane. Get these guys out of the way here. And here we have another door, which will bring us to the shop, and I will buy another heart. So 7's pretty decent. I'm missing some, but actually there's one more up above here at the top of this level. Oh, and I forgot he can't breathe, of course, without the turbine. Took that off a little prematurely. Oh, stupid! Those guys just have the goofiest pattern. Oh my god, I did it again! This is just not my day. Clearly. I am having problems. Come on, get over. Alright. I always like those trampolines there. I usually end up falling through them, though, because I stay on them for too long. Oh, yeah, another extra guy that I don't need. But I will still take it. Alright, we don't want to be up there anymore. This level's a little bit of a maze. It's not really too bad, but there are several different mouth doorways you can go into that lead you around in circles. As well as the very end, there's a couple of multiples to go into before you get to the final boss. Oh my gosh, this is just going to be my trouble spot for the rest of the game. Their pattern is just so goofy. It's not like they both fly back and forth and meet in the middle and go back and forth. They sort of... The one trails the other one, and It doesn't always seem consistent, even though I'm sure it is, but... Get this guy out of the way. Alright, here's our magic carpet that we need to shoot and ride. Oh! Which controls nice, but is definitely a little floatier than you'd like at times. And that just brings us right to another one here. And you just have to turn whichever way you want it to fly, so if you want to go straight down, you got to keep turning back and forth and back and forth. And make sure you don't walk off of it at the same time. And hitting spikes is an insta-kill here, so it doesn't even matter how many hearts you've got. You hit the spikes and you're going down. Oh, too close for comfort here. And I especially hate this part, having to... Oh! Oh! Why do you keep doing that? You know better. Stay away from them. This part was a total pain when I was a kid. I remember this. I mean, it's really not that hard now, but... that was just a pain in the butt as a kid. I probably count more, or lost more lives than you can count. We'll just speed right through here because these guys are just a pain. Ah, yep. Get out of my way. This part is extremely aggravating as well, because these guys are shielded behind their cannons, and then not only do you gotta dodge the cannonballs, then they blow up like that. Unbelievable. Super perfect. Alright. Get the fire hose out, that way if these guys come at me... Oh, look at that. And I just can't ever time my jumps correctly. Fire hose actually does pretty nice on these cannon guys, though, because all it's got to do is pretty much touch them and they die. And I am definitely not being as careful as I should be here. I've just had enough of these guys. Oh. If I didn't have 7 hearts, I'd be... Oh, thank gosh I didn't fall all the way down. If I didn't have 7 hearts, I'd definitely be having a harder time with this area. At least they did put a lot of effort into making this, this segment longer, since it is the ending segment. There is a lot to go through here. I'm gonna get this guy moved over here. We can go up this way, and there's our other hearts. Alright, that's 8 of them, so I'm only missing 2, I think. I think there's 10 total. Alright. Get rid of this guy. He's pretty quick to deal with. Like all of the same bladed hula skirt wearing dorks that they throw at ya. And we just casually stroll on out here. Got to do a lot of pushing the blocks around here, which is a little bit of a pain, but kind of adds a nice element of thinking and puzzle to the game, which is certainly neat. Definitely welcome. Whoops! I forgot. I got to push this out of the way. That was my fault for being stupid. Oh, well, I can't push him towards the... Oops, and then okay, yep, we're going to bring this guy back over this way here. Bring him all the way over as far as we can. Ride him up. Oh, then I got to deal with this guy, though. Push that over here. Get out of the way! Alright, that should be pretty close. There we are, we're good. Oh, and then I didn't get off in time. What a dummy. Now, I know Pete here is in the left door, but I am going to go on the right door this time first, because I can't remember what's over here. Is it just a regular boss again? It is a regular boss, okay. Pete, the final boss, is in the left door, but it's been a long time, and I don't even remember if I ever went in this right door. So I figured, why not check it out? And he's pretty easy too, so why not go take care of all the bosses? Wonder what happens if you go right back in there again. I'm not even gonna bother. And here we face the evil Emperor Pete. He is a big boy. Now, he's really only tough when you first fight him the couple of times when you first get there. Just because you don't know how he works, but once you figure out how all his attacks work, you just have to wait for him to lower his hands here so you can shoot him. If his hands are up like that, he's invulnerable, and then he calls his little buddies down to mess with ya. You just have to... Oh! There, he put his hands up, and then I ended up shooting his hands. You just gotta, you just gotta wait until he drops his hands. I've only got 2 hearts left, though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this in one go. He takes a few more hits than the other guys. Then he starts throwing flames out of the ground at you, too. Which doesn't help. Alright, stay back. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, jeez. We're pushing it. Oh, we're pushing it here. Only one left. Oh, now he's shooting flames out of there. There he is. That was close. I'm honestly surprised it didn't take me at least 2 times. So I beat him with 3 hearts, essentially, what you start the game with. Oh, and there's my boy. Let's get out of here. Ha ha ha. Oh, Mickey. The hero. The mighty hero. Pluto, cut it out. It almost looks like it says out it out, because the C in cut isn't quite defined there. Oh, yeah. Let's go play catch again. Remember the first thing that got us into trouble to begin with? Oh, and we're going to do the old Wizard of Oz ending here. Was it a dream? Was it real? We'll never know. But anyway, come out and play catch with us so we can see if we can lose the dog again. God, I never look that awake when I get out of bed. How does he look so happy and spry just jumping out of a deep sleep like that? And we are back where we started. Everybody's happily ever after. You think Pluto would get bored going back and forth that short distance after a while? Huh. Well. Anyway, a very good game. I highly recommend it. It's still pretty reasonably priced right now, too, if you want an actual Super Nintendo cart of it. I think at the time of this playthrough, it's only 20 or 30 bucks. I don't think it's too much more than that. But otherwise, you can always emulate it. Still a fun game on an emulator. I just prefer to play on the real carts, because that's just kind of my thing. Anyway, great game. That's definitely a 10 out of 10 Super Nintendo game if you're looking for a nice little gem to play. And if you sit here long enough, you'll actually get to see 2 birds fly up across the screen, the chubby birds from the game, but you have to sit here for quite a long time for that to happen, and it's really nothing spectacular if they just fly across the screen. So, thank you for joining me, everyone, and I will see you on my next wonderful playthrough.